Welcome to This Is the Day. This is the Day with Drew Crisp.
And Bo Chansey.
Oh, I love it.
Right on.
Right on. Just gets us going.
Let's go. That's
Right
the
into it.
idea, right?
That's
May not be the day you wanted or the day you would have planned for or drawn up, but it's the day you got. So let's have a day.
Have a day.
Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, here I am.
I know.
Having a day.
Having a day.
Having a day. Are you having a day? Work that one into the vernacular. Just, are you having a day? I'm not sure that would go well. If I just went home and the songstress was upset about something. Are you having a day there, are you?
Oh, no. It's like,
Would that work at your house?
That would not work, because I'd get it. It would be like Kaylee would go, oh, he's ready to listen now. And it would, here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah, maybe you should try that then. Okay.
Are you having a day?
Oh, let me tell you.
Let me tell you. I love that tone, though.
Oh, I don't.
Are you having a day?
Yeah, anything condescending,
No.
I hate it when I hear it come out of my own mouth.
Yep.
Let alone hearing it come out of somebody else's towards me.
Condescension is only reserved for the bathroom mirror, you know?
Look at you. Are you even gonna try? I'm not sure that was condescending. I'm such a truth teller.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, you'd look yourself right in the mirror and say, you're doing great.
Oh, I don't know.
You're doing great.
Like I told you, I had that moment a couple weeks ago where I just peeked around the corner and Tommy Lee Jones was staring at me. It's like, whoa.
Tommy?
Wow. I had to look again. I didn't, like this, like, it's like the scripture in James, looking at your face in the mirror and then forgetting.
Forgetting.
Yeah, I looked, I went,
Wait.
who was,
Whoa.
who's that old guy? What happened to him?
When you have a day, the days, they wait on you. And they, you know, we're all in that kind of presidency, you know, where it's just, we're aging.
How about the days where you think you're having a really good day and then you find out it wasn't so good?
No, yeah. Yeah. Because it can take one thing to tank a day.
That's the thing.
It can take one thing and it's, boo.
No, the day was horrible. When really, the vast majority of the day, it was pretty fantastic.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Count your blessings.
That's it.
There's a cliche.
I think it holds up, though. You know, the gratitude, being grateful, thinking through it.
Most cliches do.
They do.
They're rooted in truth. That's how they got in there. I mean, I like words and things of that nature, but I mean, hey, if a good cliche will fit the bill, proceed.
Proceed on. That's right.
We'll do that.
That's right.
So welcome to This Is the Day. We're so glad that you would join us. Did you hear that there might be a nor'easter coming?
I heard about the nor'easter.
There could be a nor'easter midweek.
Is it that we've taken the TH out of north? Is that what it is?
I really don't understand.
Northeaster or no?
I mean, you can't just say it's going to snow anymore. Like the first storm we had, it was a bomb cyclone.
Bomb cyclone.
I'm on the phone with my parents there in Texas, and I was sitting in the car that day, and it was just snowing, and I was just sitting there waiting. And they're like, so they love to talk about the weather.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
what's the weather doing? I go, oh boy, we are in a bomb cyclone. They go, what's that? What's a bomb cyclone? I'm like, basically it's just a little snowstorm, but we have to call it a bomb cyclone now, and a nor'easter. Look out, the nor'easter's coming.
I would love like a nor'easter like university sweatshirt. Like that sounds like a cool name for like a university.
Yeah, for sure.
I go to nor'easter.
The best part of the whole nor'easter phenomenon is after the snow falls, you go out and you find the eggs.
They're hard to find.
They're hard because they're not painted.
Yes.
That's the thing about the nor'easter.
Yeah, yeah.
They're white.
Yeah.
And they're not hard boiled. So if you step on them, it's a mess.
It's regular eggs. You haven't died. You just hide them
In the
before
snow.
the nor'easter.
Yeah.
And then you got to go out and find them.
It's a lot of fun.
If you break an egg, you lose a point. I like this game.
But my favorite thing to do is I like to put them on my neighbor's driveway. So when they snow blow.
So you're just out there watching them come up. Here we go.
Yes, excellent.
Yes. But we've got quite a show today. I
Yeah.
mean, we've got
Well, let's face it.
the two.
90% of this isn't happening. You're welcome.
This is not happening.
I sat down and went,
What is going on?
I really just have this here to give me something so I don't have to look at you.
Oh, man, what particularly do you not like about my face?
I love everything about
Oh,
your
okay.
face. Yeah. Great face. Good hair. Yeah. Great smile. The whole deal. You got it going on over there. Stop it.
Well, you got the eyes. You ever see that where it's like you kind of judge something on your face? Like the eyes are uneven. And when you smile, the one eye gets real big and the other one gets small, you know, which is fine. It's in my face.
Were you talking about, oh, you said you. I thought maybe you were talking about me.
No, I was talking about myself. I went to the you plural.
Okay.
To kind of make it.
The royal you.
Yeah, the royal you to make it less personal. But then I started talking about my own face.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. We got to love what we got.
Yeah.
I do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's going to be a good show.
Sure. Yeah. A lot of great stuff. Also going to be a good show.
Yeah.
We have a Christmas special.
That's right. This is the day Christmas special.
This is the day, in addition to the Christmas special that will be on WMUR and then widely available after that.
Yeah.
That one's on Sunday, December 20th.
Yep.
So the last fast day, FYI, of 2020. So we'll be fasting in different ways. Like if you're gonna have people over to watch or something and you're gonna have food, then maybe you could fast from, say, lunch on the 19th till lunch on the 20th or something like that. But our last fast day of 2020, our Christmas special will air on WMUR at 2 p.m. So set your, go ahead and set it to record. You can do that. It's in the guide now if you have that option. And you can set that to record. A lot of people have been doing that. And then it will be available after that. We'll have services and things of that nature for it as well. But on Christmas Day, we will be having a Christmas Day special for This Is the Day.
For the show, absolutely.
And I think the plan might be to have a couple of dogs join us on the show, and all 4 hosts.
That's it. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
All 4 hosts in one place.
Yeah, I know.
All of us will be in one
I'm a
place.
little nervous about how that could go down.
Yeah.
You know, as I've stated to you, you know, I feel like having Griswold and you in the same place at the same time could be too much like golden retriever energy.
It's competing energies. It really is.
Yeah,
it's
I'm a little
true.
nervous about that.
We'll see.
And then a little bit same with Longfellow and like Johanna, very stern, very like very serious. Longfellow's a very serious animal.
We'll see. But see, that's the thing. It's showing on Christmas morning, you know, like, I mean, it's our Christmas special. And so Christmas morning is chaotic sometimes, you know?
Yeah, sure.
You've got all kinds of characters at play, and yeah.
So here's the deal. Like, if your Christmas morning's going to be chaotic, go ahead, turn it on, add to the chaos.
Yeah.
If it's not, it's going to be really calm or quieter than usual, or our gift to you is some chaos.
Invite us in.
Christmas chaos.
I love Christmas morning. Love it.
Nothing like Christmas without chaos.
Yeah, I love it.
Sweet. All right, so we got that coming up. But gotta know, it's Monday.
Yeah. Monday.
What'd you do this weekend?
So we, on Saturday, were just looking out the window, saw some activity. So we live behind a library, okay? And so, I mean, it's like kind of a ways, but you can kind of see a little bit what's happening in the parking lot. A lot of activity.
At the library?
At the library. A lot of, I don't know what's going on. And
New
then,
book day, or?
I don't know. Yeah,
We got
a
a
new
shipment.
shipment came in, you know. No, and so I see, you know, a red velour suit. I'm like, well, it looks like we call them Santa's representatives, you know. Looks like one of his crew is there. And so Kaylee's like, makes a phone. She kind of knew a little bit, makes a phone call. They were doing like a drive-through reading of the Polar Express. Okay. All right. And so I got some pictures here. A lot of lovely, I mean, probably maybe half a dozen volunteers out there who have big, you know, placard pieces of paper, and you drive through and they read the story to you. So next slide. You know, there's one of the ladies there. She's got a big card, and they're reading. And then I got a quick video of kind of the lady reading. You'll get kind of a sense of what was happening. Maybe it's a video.
The Polar Express let out a loud blast.
So you see, you're just in your car.
Better way. Oh, wow. On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind the tree. It had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was a note. Found this on
So this family, as one of what I heard was like a lot of cars went through this, super thankful for the opportunity to, I think this is something the library does every year, normally indoors, and they read the whole story, and they have hot cocoa and all this stuff. But they kind of had to pivot like a lot of things this year. But they were out there in the cold with the cards, and we were super thankful for that opportunity. So thank you to everybody that was part of that if you're watching this. And I thought it was a really great event. So that was kind of the highlight of our weekend, being able to go through that and read the story. We love the Polar Express story as a family. And
I love it when people are being creative.
Yep.
Let's not focus on what we can't do. Let's figure out what we can do and go for it.
That's right.
Do it well.
That's right.
Yeah, have fun doing it.
Yep. I'm a little upset they didn't give us bells that worked. They don't jingle, the bells.
What's the point of a bell that doesn't jingle?
Yeah, the boys say it does. They can hear it. I can't hear it. So
You might want to.
they say I'm not a believer then.
Oh.
So I don't know what that means.
Okay.
It's part of the story. Sorry. Not anyway. It's part of the Polar Express story. Anyhow. But that was kind of the big highlight. And otherwise, it was a lot of playing games, playing different games, watching different Christmas movies. We did show them for the first time. Don't judge us. Christmas Vacation. Our boys are young, but so there was a little debate for a while, and then I was like, we could fast forward a couple different spots. I think they thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, on the floor, rolling in laughter.
My favorite Christmas movie.
It was so funny.
I remember the debate of whether or not we should show it to my parents.
Okay.
And
We'll fast forward a couple spots.
No, that debate was more along the lines of, I love it so much. I really do. And I just didn't want to show it to them and have them like be disinterested.
Okay.
Or fall asleep or not like it. And because then I wouldn't respect them anymore. And that was going to be a real issue for me because I hold my parents in high esteem. So we had some debate over that, but it's several years ago because usually they've been with us for Christmas since we lived in New Hampshire. For most of them, this will be our 11th Christmas, and I think they've probably been here for 9 of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 8 or 9, somewhere in there. And so we usually watch that with them. My mom texted me, and she said the other day, your father and I watched that Griswold's Christmas Vacation. That Griswold's, Christmas Vacation, that's what she calls it. Yeah, you don't have to get the name right. I'm glad you're watching it without me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tradition continues.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep. I caught moments with the boy. You watch it differently when you watch it through their eyes. And I caught moments that I hadn't, like the light on the tree when they're walking out there. The boys thought that was brilliant, hilarious, and I overlook it.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
Love that.
So.
Yeah. That's fun.
Going down the sled, going down the hill.
Bingo.
They got it. John Hughes, man. Woo.
Yep.
Knew how to write a story.
Yep.
All right.
Squirrel. That's one of my favorites.
What's the matter with you?
A blessing. I can do the whole rest of the show, just one-off quotes that that's the thing, I never get them quite right.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm always just a little off, but.
Yeah. Laga was like, I don't like that uncle or whatever. I said,
Uncle Eddie?
No, the other one, what's his name? The blessing.
Oh, the blessing. Yeah. Nobody likes him.
And I was like, he'll grow on you.
No, he didn't.
He'll grow on you. Yeah. But I got to know, Bo, what'd you do this weekend?
I'm trying to think. Nothing all that exciting. You can tell that if you follow me on Instagram. I mean, if anything happens, I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. I need some kind of photo of this. Put that on the gram.
On the gram.
Social media, really, I don't enjoy it. But so yeah, there wasn't much. Played on a golf simulator. So,
Okay. What is a golf simulator?
Well, it's like it sounds. Like you hit golf balls into a screen, and it's like golf, video game golf, like golf. But
fun.
Yeah, it measures. I mean, like it's really like there's all kinds of cameras, and it measures the spin of the ball, and it gives you all that information and how far it goes. But you play holes.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it was fun. Ace was really good.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you're really good at not quite real golf. Let's work on real golf. That'll come too.
I would wonder, do you have to have any like knowledge of video game
No.
mechanics or technology?
It's just golf.
It's just golf. So,
Just golf, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just golf.
All right.
That's the only thing that plays into that one.
That's fun.
Okay, this was kind of interesting. This is a little peek into my world. It made me laugh at myself a little bit. People have seen the commercial for the Christmas special on WMUR, and I had this kind of experience where I ran into like 3 people, and like all 3 of them did one of these. Hey, can I get your autograph? Saw you on TV. Just messing with me.
Yeah.
And I got it. I was like, oh, okay. And I'm like, but there was a little part of me that's like, God, that is kind of weird. Like if you're sitting there watching the weather or Monday Night Football, and then there's your church or a guy from somewhere. I was like, okay, yeah, all right. So I know I kind of mocked that, but it was more my own insecurities. So it happened like 3 times in one day. And I was, but I saw it and I was looking at it, and I just had this thought. I was like, I am actually like a televangelist.
Oh no.
Which, in my realm of thinking, growing up in the 80s, then I'm dealing with that. I'm like, why is that such a negative connotation? Televangelist. I mean, here was a great way to, share and I get that they got off the rails in some places, and, there was a lot of whatever. So I was kind of wrestling through that. Well, that afternoon, Summer sent me a text that her mom had sent her. They said, is it just me, or is Bo starting to look more like a televangelist every day with his COVID hair? And she was laughing, which, okay, under, the laughing, crying emoji, which normally I would just be like, that's funny, Yeah. And I get it, and I'm like, ouch.
Wow.
This is a little too real today. So I'm going to, this is a whole weird place. And I'm like, nah. So yeah, this is where I landed. I know this is a long story. This is where I landed. I landed like, hey, I'm in. God, whatever I'm in, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I hope it's really cool. And then I felt like really kind of cool about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's neat. Like, I don't know, you've been on TV or, like, the news.
Yep.
The first time for me, I was in the 7th grade, and we had the power team.
Yes, we did.
The power team. Blowing up the water bottle. I had the power team, and they interviewed me afterwards. The news did. So that was my first time. Anyway, so I was like, all right, I'm just that's cool. And the next morning, I was flipping through USA Today. Been up for a little while, and just reading the headlines. And I saw something from the Video Game Awards, speaking of video games. So the guy that was my worship leader in my church plant that started in Texas is a voice actor, and he's done in video games primarily and other acting, but he's done really well. And he's awesome, just amazing guy. And we were best friends for a decade or so, and the Video Game Awards, and I was like, oh, cool, because I knew he was in this game, and that game won like 7 awards, and I was like, so I'm reading the articles. And then it said in this game that watch live Eddie Vedder perform a song. So Eddie Vedder is the lead for Pearl Jam. Yeah. And he wrote a song for this video game. So the video game world has just gone, in the last 15 years, which is how long he's kind of been involved in this. Anyway, so I was like, well, I didn't know I like Eddie Vedder and love my friend. I didn't play the game. But I thought I'll watch that. So I click on it, and there's my friend. Like, introducing Eddie Vedder singing the song that Eddie wrote for his character in the game. And I went, yeah, okay, I'm not a big deal. Like, this is pretty awesome. This is good.
Yes.
This is good.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it comes to playing video games online, I really enjoy a good even flow. I want my stream to be even flow. Sorry, Bo. That was a deep.
All I was thinking about was, man, he's got to, when he becomes a senior citizen, he's got a career for some kind of prostate medicine.
Having trouble with your prostate? You need an even flow. Get that calling to blow.
Okay.
I said Colin. I meant colon. Colin blow. That was the SNL. Anyway.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
That's, listen, you are a big deal. You
No,
are
'cause I
my
don't-
favorite
not
televangelist right now.
You're such a jerk. I'm not interested in that at all. All right, well, what I am interested in is the verse of the day.
For sure.
YouVersion Bible app gives us a verse of the day, and today's verse comes from Psalm 8,
Okay.
verse 3 and 4. It says, when I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have set in place, what is mankind that you are mindful of them? Human beings that you care for them. I'll read it one more time.
Yep.
When I consider your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have set in place, what is mankind that you are mindful of them? Human beings that you care for them.
Okay.
All right, what jumps out at you?
Well, mindful, that you are mindful of them. That, the psalmist, David, gives us like this grand scope of heavens, and you set the moon and all these big things, and that man, this corporeal finite thing, that you would be mindful of that, in the grand scope, that you attention to macro and you attention to micro, like our God is mindful of us, that knows us. Other Psalms where it talks about knit us in our mother's womb, knows every hair on our head, like considers us, knows us.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty big deal,
Oh, absolutely. I think every time whenever I see these pictures from, like the Hubble or other things, in images of like the galaxies, it's like just so mind-blowing that, and that's what the psalm here is saying. And I mean, like we have some of that we can see just, and even at that moment, it's just probably just a mere glimpse into the magnitude of, eternity and infinity and into the grandness. And yet to kind of come back and go, all right, but then what am I that you're, I mean, what a great place to be instead of being in that place of, okay, what am I? All right, well, what are my accomplishments? How have I achieved, what do people think about me? Are they, that's that whole thing that I was kind of, and that's just an example of how, I bounce around. It's kind of funny to me, but, that world. But I think we all do that. Am I anything? Do I matter? And no matter, what we do or what we think we achieve, we matter to God. Like He's mindful of us, and He longs for us so much so that He would make a way for us to be with Him in His kingdom.
Yeah.
For all of eternity. And I mean, it's not just words, like He's demonstrated His love for us in this, that while we were still sinners, Christ Jesus came and died for us. So in our lowest, completely powerless plight, God comes, this is the message of Christmas, He comes to earth and makes a way for us to be with Him.
It's amazing, And I think in, four separate times in the New Testament is Psalm 8 quoted. So Psalm 8 was a big, big deal, big rock in the pond. Just completely changed the game as far as like mindset. And if people hear this and they go lower than the angels, hold on a second. How do I claim power? Why am I lower than the angel? How can I get more power over the angel? It's like, hold on, you're missing the scope of what's happening. We're giving order to these things, right? That we still, even after the fall, have a responsibility to continue to lead out in this. And exactly the order that you're saying is Jesus has set a new path, a new covenant that we are now submit to one another out of reverence for Christ of what He's already done. There's so much in this verse and so much that gets my mind going about this verse. I love it.
And what a privilege. He's mindful of us, but then for us to be mindful of Him.
Yeah.
In this relational reality that is paramount over all other things. Becomes number one. Yeah.
That's right.
Really powerful.
That's powerful.
Good stuff.
That's a good verse.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Then I got this closet calendar.
Equally powerful.
Nope.
Nope.
No, not even close. That does not check out.
No, that does not check out.
But I think you'll like today
Okay.
because it's a games people play.
I love games.
I don't know who these people are that are playing these games, but we're going to be those people.
We're those people.
Who are those people? You and me.
Right here. Couple televangelists.
Okay, this one's called ABC Guides.
ABC Guides.
Now, to understand, just right up front, guides means like a guide
Okay.
or like a scout.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So it says the first person says, a guide is, and adds a word beginning with A that describes what a guide scout is or should be.
Okay.
The next person repeats this and adds another word beginning with B. The third person repeats the A and B words and adds a word beginning with C. Continue through the alphabet, each time remembering the words that have gone before.
Okay.
So
Oh, wow.
a guide is awesome.
A guide is awesome. A guide is bold.
A guide is awesome, bold, courageous.
A guide is awesome, bold, courageous. A guide is daring.
A guide is awesome, bold, courageous, daring, excited.
That's right. A guide is awesome, bold, courageous, daring, excited. And a guide is fearful.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes.
That checks
At
out.
times.
A guide is awesome, bold, courageous, daring, excited, fearful, and glad.
Glad. That's right. A guide is awesome, bold, courageous, excited, fearful, glad, hopeful.
Okay.
Hopeful.
Hopeful, yeah. A guide is awesome, bold, courageous, daring, exciting, fearful, glad, hopeful, and intelligent.
Oh, definitely. Okay. A guide is awesome, bold, courageous, excited, fearful,
Yeah.
glad, hopeful, intelligent. They're also, a guide is jovial.
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 Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so a guide is awesome,
Yeah.
bold, courageous, daring, excited, fearful, glad, hopeful, intelligent, jovial, and kinetically challenged.
Kinetically challenged. A guide is awesome, bold, courageous, daring, excited, fearful, glad. Hopeful? Okay. Intelligent,
Yeah, right.
jovial, and kinetically challenged. Guide is a lemon. A lemon.
So, guide is awesome, bold, courageous, daring.
So that's how this game's played, huh? Okay, that's fun. You go through the whole alphabet. That's a good car game. You know, like as you're driving.
Well, I think it's a good game, you know, for an hour-long daily show.
An hour-long daily show. Is xylophone artist.
Xenophobe.
A xenophobe. Oh, no. There are only a couple of options, really. There's a zoologist. Hopefully, if he's a guide, she's a guide. Okay.
Okay.
Good game.
Okay, yeah,
Fun game.
there was that. Oh, and then in our, so yeah, you can play that game.
That's right.
All right. I guess you can do it with just about anything. What you doing over there?
I got a Reese's Nutcracker. I like when they
Did your sugars get low?
the sugars got low in that game. I was getting a little, you know, I like when they take wreaths around the holiday seasons, make them into trees, nutcrackers, snowflakes.
Different shapes.
I don't think that's a one, but they should. Snowflake. Make them into different shapes. This one's a nutcracker, and I hadn't seen them yet.
Okay.
Keep going. I just wanted to see.
No,
'em.
I just think it's great. You come from the generation that, you know, you play a little bit of a game, you get a snack.
You get a snack. Where are my goldfish?
I played the game.
I played the game.
I need my healthy snack and my juice box.
I participated. Do I get participation snack?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Fridge. Calendar.
Quick question. How's the microwave doing?
You know, I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in the space. It seems to kind of blend in okay now.
Okay.
It's very futuristic in the controls.
That's cool.
Well, I don't know. I'm just like one day I couldn't get it to do anything, and I was like, Inns, what's the deal? And she goes, oh, you've got the child lock on. I'm like, how do you, like, there's nothing there. It's just like symbols.
Yep.
It's like hieroglyphics. And I'm like, how do you, and she goes, well, if you read the manual. I'm like, who are you?
Right, read
I
the
don't know
manual.
where you came from. Fix it, though.
Fix it, please.
She's like, well, you can learn. I'm like, nope.
Just fix it.
New phase of life for me. Ask a kid. She's like, well, I have to show you everything. I changed your diapers. Leave me alone. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's working out. Thanks for asking.
Yep.
Yeah. But there's a calendar on the fridge. It gives us a national day to celebrate, and today is National Roast Chestnuts Day.
Roast chestnuts day. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roast chestnuts.
Roast chestnuts. It's hard because I don't know many chess players.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
it's hard to roast them.
Well, no, not when you know them.
Oh, okay, when you know
When
'em?
you do know them, it's
Okay.
fairly easy to
Yeah.
roast the chestnut.
Yeah.
Because there's been this resurgence with the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
This show.
That's right.
Like people now all of a sudden they're all like into chess, and you know they're going to be these chestnuts. And,
Yeah.
You know that's all they talk about is chess, this and in game and strategy and now moving their little horsey in the L-shaped nonsense.
You gotta be flexible in your play, you know, because you don't know what his tactic
Or
is.
hers.
Or her. Yeah. So
That's
you just-
kind of the Queen's Gambit was the
she's
female, yeah.
she's equally as smart. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's National Roast Chestnuts Day,
Yeah.
so, I mean, you're not a chestnut.
I'm not a chestnut.
I'm not a chestnut, so I'm going to assume that we've got at least one chestnut out there.
Yeah, we've got to have some chestnuts.
So this roasting is for you.
That's right.
Get a life. There's more to life than chess and chess books and yeah, we get it. You're smart. You're smart. Okay, you're really good at strategy. You and your strategy with your. You want to play a game of chess, and then we make our first move, and you go right into my trap. You know what? We don't need your smug demeanor anymore, you little chestnut.
Alexander Akine once said, "You must take your opponent into a deep, dark forest where 2 + 2 = 5. And the only path leading out is wide enough for one." Well, I'll tell you this, chestnuts. Listen to me. Checkmate. You need to get a life. All right? There's a path that's wide enough for all, and it's the path to playing other games besides chess. There's other games out there. Let's play.
Checkers.
them.
There's checkers. You could play some checkers. I know. It's too basic for you. It's too basic. You're out there like, I'm playing chess while the rest of the world's playing checkers. Chestnuts.
Dominoes. Bones, they call it.
Bones,
Play
yeah.
some bones.
Yeah. How about the speed chess? You speed chess players? Like, really? I can play speed chess.
Yeah, that's probably.
I wouldn't know
more
when the
my
game
speed.
ended, but
Yes. That's some good roasting of chestnuts,
I don't know
think.
how great it was. I
I don't know.
we just don't know enough. Really,
That's right. That's
to really
right.
roast them.
We have a slide. I don't want to show it now. We have it. It's where I can see it. I don't want to show it really because this is chess.com's version of the top 10 players of chess of all time. I don't want to give them the satisfaction because here's the deal. Who says? Who says?
What?
Who created the rules?
I think like the national or the international chess rankings.
The community?
Board. Yeah. That may be a thing.
All right.
Like they have competition. They play each other.
They play each other a lot, yeah. And the thing is, it's not only just do you win that year in the chess community, it's you've got to consecutively show up and up your game.
Okay, now you're talking about a game I understand. Community chess.
Community chess.
Yeah, Monopoly.
There you go.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a game.
That's a game.
That's a game that has like real life applications.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Chess.
Magnus Carlsen is the guy that's on top right now, according to chess.com.
Of course it is.
Magnus Carlsen. Right. And here's what's odd. You're right. In the whole Queen's Gambit, they're all males. And I think that it's because of, okay, we won't get into it, but I don't want to show it. I don't want to show it. I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
Okay. Thanks.
You can look it up. Top 10 chess players.
Just look at each one of them and roast them.
Yeah. Nice haircut. Vladimir.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, on top of that, it's also Monday.
Oh, Monday.
You got something maybe motivating? At least a song.
Yeah, I need a little motivation.
It's just a motivational Monday. I wish it was Monday.
Yes, it is Motivation Monday. And we do have a motivational poster for today. Here it is. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. Act as if what you do makes a difference. It does. I've often said this, Bo, even bad dads had an impact.
Is that something you often say?
No, I literally just said that now. But it is like
something you got them. Your kids gave you a mug. Remember, even bad dads.
Even bad. No, but it's like, here's the thing. You will have an impact. I'm not saying it's going to be a positive impact. It could be a negative, but like act as though you make a difference. Your presence here is a game changer. You said you matter. It's because you are matter. You're here. And so I think then the decision is, how are you going to use what you have and what you've brought to the table?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the day.
This is the day.
This is the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the thing. That's our jam. That's what we're talking about. Like, yeah. I mean, we sit around and going, well, it's not. I don't get to do what I wanted to do, so then I won't do anything, or it doesn't matter. It does matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you respond to that absolutely matters. Like that library, it mattered.
Mattered.
It mattered.
It mattered to us.
Yeah. The library didn't go, well, can't read the Polar Express this year, so.
Right.
I said, what can we do?
The community got together and said, we're doing it.
It matters.
Yep. Yep.
I agree.
I heard a news thing on the news today where it's talking about a lot of people, Christmas lights are up.
Yep.
Like
people are doing
People are doing it more because now it's like, A, we're at home more and we can enjoy it, but also to show others like, hey, this is the season.
Christmas is
on. We're doing this. Yeah. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So act as if, what you do matters, because it does. Yeah. It's beautiful.
For sure.
Because what is man? That God is mindful of us. He considers us and calls us his children. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet.
Sweet.
You know what that is.
Whoa.
Careful with it.
Whoa. Union leader.
Whoa.
Whoa. Premier paper of New Hampshire. Popping the question right on the front page. An article about an engagement.
Okay.
Someone
Was there a yes?
Didn't really get to that.
There was. I read it.
Yeah. Okay. A couple from Salem.
It'd be a little disappointing. She said no, but yeah,
it still was a great proposal. I felt like it was a good proposal anyway. We're gonna work this out. We'll give it a couple more years, but yeah, no. Picture where she's got the ring.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, you're right. But then during a snowstorm, so they really got a good. I think this was the cyclone.
bomb cyclone.
The bomb cyclone. Yep. So pretty cool, and small prayer. With you, Lord, our creative ideas can come to life. Amen.
Sure.
Yes. That God breathed life into them, right? And to inspire means to breathe life into, and every idea we have that has any legs or fruition is going to be because he breathed life into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for everybody just when I'm not creative, repent. You are creative.
Yep.
You're created in the image of a God who is creative to his core. You
Yep.
have creativity inside of you. Let it out.
That's it. That's it. Love that. Today's chuckle. It's okay that some people have to have the last word. If only they'd get to it quicker.
Word.
Word. All right. Word. Perusing the news and talking about the Christmas shopping in Concord. Looks like there's some. We've got a new chief assessor in Nashua. There was a lengthy search for that. It was good. I don't want to talk about any of that.
Just thought about his business card.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Nope.
Nope. All right.
It just made me laugh.
Okay.
It's a long title. I'll just put it that way.
Yep. So it's good. They're talking vaccine on its way. First shipment, I think, today, they were saying, and I'm not going to talk about that at all. There was another article. Where was it? Well, Buccaneers. A lot of Buccaneers talk
Well, it's because
in
we like
a New
Tom
Hampshire
Brady.
paper.
we love TV.
But back on track, they
They
said.
were.
Yep.
Yeah.
You think he needs to wear, like, the plays? Like,
Yeah. I don't think it's a fashion statement.
Shouldn't
I
he-
think that's like it has a useful function.
how many years has he been playing?
It's a new system anyway.
Okay, fair enough. But you couldn't be like, hey, we called this. There's not only so many plays.
But there's a lot of plays, a lot of variations.
We called it this.
True, he's playing
In New
chess.
England.
Yeah.
Don't you think the Buccaneers he's playing chess? Don't you think the Buccaneers? Let's get into this. Couldn't they be like, so? It's like, what'd you guys do up there?
There's a lot of conversation about this. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
you're not the.
I'm not the only one to first think of this.
No, this would be
Okay.
like if you turn on ESPN. This
Okay.
is what one of the things they're talking about. Bruce
Okay.
Arians is the coach of the Bucks, and
All right.
he likes a vertical passing attack down the field. And
Okay.
Brady likes to throw. He's used to throwing a lot of short routes, very quick, get the ball out.
Yep.
And then taking a shot off
Yep.
a play action. Never mind.
No. Okay. It just hit my brain. I don't watch ESPN, but
It's fine.
I think it would be. There's probably some. What do you call that? Intellectual property. Like he can't share, right? He can't devolve. Never mind. All right. There's another article.
It's not an article.
All right. FemCirc. Oh, we got the eldest back at it again. A lot of it centers around her, Deli. And she's looking up at mom. Doug is also in on this. She's got some kind of card or something of Santa. Ho, ho, ho? I don't get it. What Santa finds so funny? Ho, ho, ho? I don't get it. What Santa finds so funny? What's Santa say when he's walking backwards? Oh, oh, oh. Good job. Thank you, Eric. What I find about this is how much empty wall space they have in their house.
No, that's the takeaway, huh?
That's the takeaway. And I'm not one of these fill every inch, but put some stuff up. Where's the family photos and stuff? But it's not ha ha ha. It's ho ho ho. It's a different word, different vowel. I'm not even going to entertain Deli's.
I
don't get it.
I know exactly what I would have answered.
What would you say?
If one of my kids asked me that question, my
Yeah.
immediate answer would be, he saw your Christmas list.
Oh, that's a good response. That's a good response. Yeah. Well, probably that he has been able to skirt mortality. I think if you were immortal, you would find a lot more things funny, right?
Or maybe nothing funny.
Nothing's funny anymore.
Nothing's funny anymore. Ho, ho, ho.
Oh, yeah. Wayne Gretzky rookie card sells for a record-breaking $1.29 million. Rookie card, hockey player Wayne Gretzky. It's too much for a piece of
It's just, yeah, I think all it
Card
does
stock.
is remind us once again that money is completely made up. I mean, I'm playing along. Don't get me wrong.
Playing along.
But it is completely made up.
Yep.
You want one? I mean, we can make another one right now. It costs about 30 cents. In fact, you could make one on your computer and print it for free. But this particular one is worth 1.3 million.
Yeah, yeah. That's interesting to me. It is the world of the hobbyist and the collectibles. That's a fascinating world. All right.
A little Everyday with Jesus.
Day.
Our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. The thought for the day says, God chose an ordinary woman and an ordinary man to be his son's parents because he can. He can also choose you to do the extraordinary. Matthew 1:18. This is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph, but before they came together, she was found to be with child through the Holy Spirit. I love thinking about that. God chose an ordinary woman, an ordinary man, because he can.
Because you can. Ordinary. To do the
To
extra.
do the extraordinary.
Man, yes. Because you're right. You talk about money, but then you like mention things like an Eddie Vedder and your friend being able to be in that space and all that stuff. And it's like if you take a scale back and see what we put importance on, it's like that's quite ordinary. All of that anyway. You know, anything that we would lift up and elevate is simply pretty ordinary. What he's doing is extraordinary at all times.
Well, and with the beginnings of, Jesus' life, so ordinary.
Right.
But extraordinary things were happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look for it and pay attention. I've often wondered if Mary and Joseph were first choice. I mean, no, I don't mean that like in any way sacrilegious or anything like that, or to step onto. I've just something I've wondered. Like, they said, yeah, Mary said to the angel, "May it be as you have said to me."
Yeah.
And it seems like the prerequisite here was obedience.
Obedience.
To say yes to the Lord, and it's one of the things that as I've thought about significance. If God says lay something on our heart to do, it matters. Like the motivation, it matters.
Yeah.
And if we don't do it, then it goes undone. We try to placate ourselves and go, well, God will just send somebody else. No, only you can do what Christ Jesus has prepared in advance for you to do. For it's by grace we've been saved through faith, and it's not from ourselves. It's the gift of God, not by works, so no one can boast. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works which he's prepared in advance for us to do. I mean, it holds all that intention. So if you're in him and you have this new identity, he's prepared all these great works for you to do.
Yeah.
For you, me, they're ours, and they're a gift from God. But if we don't do them, they go undone. And
That's right.
I mean, that's just, to me, that's a really sobering reality.
Yeah. In a thought experiment, I'm not gonna say this as though it's scripture. It's just something I'm playing with, right? Okay, or that someone else has played with that I'm gonna posit to you. Elizabeth Gilbert, the author, Eat, Pray, Love, whatever, she wrote a book about this very concept that the divine, as she calls it, is looking to inspire at all times. It's just those who are open to receive. So like that small prayer, right? That God is the one who inspires and breathes life into these, what we think are our ideas, right? But he's just looking to work things out, and those who are open. So you're right, Mary was obedient. She was open, and she stepped into it. Maybe God was wanting to move that forward, and there just wasn't any, there was a couple other people beforehand that were saying, weren't open, weren't obedient. It could be interesting as far as a thought experiment.
Well, I think too that I think most of the time we think what we want is just ordinary.
Right.
And so that can cause us to really miss out on any opportunity for the extraordinary things God is doing. I just want an ordinary life. I just want to, I don't know. I just want to be normal, which doesn't even exist. That's not even really a thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And often what I've seen in the mundane, he's worked the mighty. That even he goes the other direction where it seems just plainly ordinary, this conversation or this act of service, but in a mighty way, God moves someone's life in a certain direction because of one small step in a direction of obedience, Yeah,
obedience, that's a key word.
Yep. It's amazing.
For sure.
Yep.
That's real.
It's real.
We'll do a little trivial.
Trivial.
We'll do the real, then move to the trivial.
Okay.
So, by the way, I've now had
You've tasted of the fruits.
the Pop Rocks
Yes.
from the Fun Dip box. Not sure if you caught that or not.
Oh, I
but
caught it.
It happened.
I caught all 4 minutes of it.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was magnificent. So still buzzing a little bit from that little sugar
Don't you
rush.
think that they should put on the package, don't take it all in one? Like you did the whole thing in one.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I was excited.
Okay.
So anyway, if you get all six questions on a card, if you get all 6 right, we'll send you a congratulatory Pop Rocks from a Fun Dip box. And a less nasty note.
Yeah.
I mean, I could fake it a little bit, but I'm feeling pretty good. It depends on what you want. Let us know.
Yeah.
So let us know how many you get right. I'm going to take a guess at all 6. We have the original 1981 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th anniversary edition. Dealer's choice, old or new?
Going new.
Going new.
Going
New
new.
cards here. Hot off the presses.
Off the press. Blue.
Blue, geography.
Okay. In which city is North America's first subway system? In which city is North America's first subway system?
North America.
In North America's first subway system.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting that they use North America there. Mm-hmm. Because that makes me think maybe it's not the United States. However, I don't see Mexico City having a subway or Canadians. I'm going to say New York City.
They were looking for Boston.
Boston. Wow. That's the second choice.
The Tremont Street subway opened in 1897.
Lots of people got that one.
Yeah.
I was picking between the two.
Okay.
When I decided to go U.S., it was
Yep.
between those two. Okay.
Pink.
Pink Entertainment.
How many secretaries did Don Draper of Mad Men employ in his 7 seasons on the air? 3, 6, or 9? How many secretaries did Don Draper of Mad Men employ in his 7 seasons on the air? 3, 6, or 9?
Okay, multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
I'm going to say 9.
9 is correct. 9 is correct. All right. Yellow.
Yellow history.
Which legendary Red Sox player was astronaut John Glenn's wingman in the Korean War? Legendary Red Sox player was astronaut John Glenn's wingman in the Korean War.
Interesting. A lot of Boston questions here.
A lot of Boston
People are
questions.
probably getting this.
Yep.
I'm going to say in the Korean War. Ted Williams.
Ted Williams is correct. Correct. Purple.
Purple, art and literature.
Okay. Which newspaper introduced the slogan, "The Daily Diary of the American Dream," to its readers in 1985? Newspaper introduced the slogan, "The Daily Diary of the American Dream,"
Interesting.
to its readers in 1985.
The Daily Diary. All right, I'm picking between 2, but neither of them may be right. I'm going to say USA Today.
They were looking for Wall Street Journal.
That was my second choice.
Wall Street Journal.
Okay.
Okay. Green.
Green, Science and Nature.
Which 1887 invention allows for easy microscope viewing of bacteria grown in a protected and nutrient-rich environment? 1887 invention allows for easy microscope viewing of bacteria grown in a protected and nutrient-rich environment.
I believe the answer they are looking for is the Petri dish.
Petri dish is correct. Invented by Julius Petri, a German physician. The Petri dish.
Petri dish.
Yep. Orange.
Orange, sports and leisure.
Which band is the first to have its own title in the popular Rock Band video game series? Which band is the first to have its own title in the popular Rock Band video game series?
My guess is another Boston-based group,
Okay.
Aerosmith.
That was my guess. They wanted the Beatles.
Okay.
They wanted the Beatles.
They were the first?
Yes, I guess. I guessed Aerosmith, but
Okay.
yep. Okay, there it is. Oh, Aerosmith's Guitar Hero. This is Rock Band. Different video game.
Game.
Okay.
Sure, yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I missed that one.
Oh, man.
Okay.
But if you got all 6 correct, let us know.
Yeah, that's a gettable card.
That's a gettable card.
Yeah.
You're right. I did not know Aerosmith was Boston, a Boston group.
For sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the group Boston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
That checks out. Bo, I'd like to do a little sermon remix.
Let's share God's love, but let's get practical about it. Let's get real. So how are we going to do that? Well, let's start by dashing. Start dashing through the snow. Well, what do I mean by that? I mean, get ready, giddy up, let's go. God's calling and moving us, and He's going to take us into places that we might not otherwise have gone. We certainly wouldn't have gone on our own, but if we're listening to the Holy Spirit, if we're expecting that God will answer our prayers for these someones, then He's going to direct our steps. And when He directs our steps, let's go. Let's not hesitate. Let's not delay. Let's dash through the snow.
Bo, in this sermon, this story of the Ethiopian eunuch, and the way in which you utilized, dashing through the snow, one horse open sleigh. I love the connections. It kind of helped me understand that story and kind of put it into terms. But this idea of actually getting on movement, move forward, start dashing through the snow, sand, if it's that story. But continue to get on it, move forward, I think it's helpful in that Philip did not hesitate. He didn't wait, He was called, he was needed in that moment, and he moved. Yeah, didn't hesitate.
We use a phrase, delayed obedience is disobedience. Saying, well, yeah, I'm going to do it, but not doing it. You're still in a space of disobedience. And I do like the immediacy of Philip's obedience, go south on this road, this desert road. And he didn't know the whys. Because I think that for me, and as I've talked to many others, when God is like inviting us into something He's doing and one of these good works that He's prepared in advance for us to do, a lot of times it's like, well, sure, I mean, I'm in, but I have some questions. I'm going to need to know like what you're up to and how it's going to play out and what's going to happen when I get there. And, then what are you going to do and what's after that? And then the moment's completely passed and gone. And so, and I too, I liked the dashing through the snow. That was John Rose, our Concord campus pastor. He put the packaging around this particular message and prepared that, did a great job with it. So it was fun to preach that. I've never preached the Ethiopian eunuch at Christmas, but that was a fun thing to do. Yeah.
I think a lot of people make those connections, They, around the Advent season, they get open the Ethiopian eunuch story and they read it, around a loaf of bread and, some hot cocoa.
Well, and thinking about just who God is and what He's done and what He's promised to do and how He's invited us into that, the opportunities are here.
Yep. And for someone who feels like they're on the outside, how could I ever be a part of what God's doing?
This is a new way.
This is a new way, new thing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the cool thing. The Ethiopian eunuch was like, no, he'd been told, well, you don't really have access. If he went to the temple, that he couldn't go in very far, and he was very limited in his access to God. To now have full access, and there are I relate really well to that, being here in New Hampshire, where so many people are convinced that they don't have access to God. I mean, that's really they've walked away with that misunderstanding, through some experiences that they've had or things they've heard where, well, that's not for me, and I really believe that with things being so different this Christmas, there's going to be a lot of different people who are going to be captivated by who God is and what He's done and what He's promised to do and say yes.
That's right. And for the first time, maybe understand this is for you.
For sure.
This is your story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
So Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yes.
We'll catch you tomorrow.